Hi students, welcome to Interpersonal Communication. My name is Dr. Uli Putri and I will be your instructor for this semester. This video is created because I would like to introduce you to what the course is about and what you can expect from the course, as well as how you can contact me. So let's start from the beginning so that we can get to know more about what you need to know. So the first one is I'm going to talk about how the course is set up. I'm also going to talk about the time commitment that you as the students of this course will need to put aside every week. And then I will walk you through the assignments, which includes quizzes, learning curves, papers, exams, and discussion boards. And then I'm also going to talk to you about what to do in week one and how to contact me as your professor. So how the course is set up is that this is a 12-week course, which means that we're going to cover the materials that are designed for 15-week in 80% of the time. So in some weeks, you are going to be asked to read more than one chapters. So instead, you will read 2 chapters per week, and then you're going to be asked to complete learning curve that are assigned to those chapters. Now, I'm going to talk more about what this learning curve is. However, I do want to highlight that in addition to reading the chapters, completing learning curves, listening to or watch the recorded lectures, you will also are going to have additional materials such as TED Talks or NPR podcasts that are assigned to help you understand better the subject that we're covering for that week. And then you're also going to be asked to participate in the discussion board. So in addition to the weekly assignments and discussion boards, students will also need to submit papers, take quizzes, and exams. So commitment is key, and enthusiasm as well as curiosity in approaching the topics that we cover in the next 12 weeks are very important. And I think it's very important for me also to be very clear about the expectations, just so that you can decide whether this is the course for you. If you are wondering what topics we will cover in this course, well, you will learn more about yourself because we're going to talk about how to perceive ourselves, how to perceive others. We're going to cover subjects such as emotions, topics about gender and culture. We're going to talk about interpersonal relationships such as friendships, and then relationships at work, relationships with your romantic partners, relationship with family members. So this course is designed so that you will have a critical perspective on how you understand yourself better and how you understand others better so that you can enhance your communication skills. Now, let's talk about time commitment. So I do want to ask you to budget around 4 to 6 hours per week to finish reading the assigned chapters, watch and or listen to the recorded lectures that accompany the assigned chapters. I'm also going to ask you to watch and listen to the additional materials such as NPR podcasts and or TED Talks videos. And I do want you to complete the learning curve assigned to the chapters. So learning curves are basically quiz features that are built into your e-textbook. And it's not difficult, but it helps me to check whether you actually have read the book chapters and whether you understand the materials or not. Many of my students in the past actually really enjoyed completing the learning curves just because it helped them, quiz themselves and help them check their understanding. Again, it's not challenging, it's a good way for me to make sure that you know what you're reading. And then you're also going to post on the discussion boards and provide feedback to your classmates. And in addition to that, you're going to take quiz, draft a paper, as well as prepare for an exam. Yeah, so those are the reasons why I'm asking you to commit around 4 to 6 hours per week. Now let's talk about the assignments. The first one is the discussion boards. So there's going to be 10 points per week. I think I made a mistake when I wrote this. What I meant is 10 points per discussion boards. And there are going to be 2 due dates per week, Fridays and Sundays. And then you're going to have syllabus quiz that is worth 10 points. So syllabus quiz is just to make sure that you actually read the syllabus, understand what I was writing there, as well as it's a very easy way to grab, points at the beginning of the semester. Because I will allow students to take this syllabus quiz up to 3 times, and I will just take the highest score out of those 3 attempts. And then in addition to in addition to the syllabus quiz, I also have 2 quizzes, which is worth 15 points each. And I'm creating this quiz to help you prepare for the exam. So I'm going to talk about the exams first before I go to the reflection papers. And the reason is because the exams, the exact questions you see on the quizzes that I created will appear again in the exams. It's just that the quizzes providing you the snippets into what the exams are going to look like. Yeah. So I hope you understand by now that the way I designed this course is to help you succeed. And I'm creating a scaffolding model to make sure that you do step by step, and then for you to be able to have a complete picture by the end of the semester. Now, in addition to the quizzes and exams, you also are going to write 2 reflection papers. These reflection papers, one is 25 points, right? And you're going to write one at the beginning of the semester and one at the end of the semester. The purpose is to help you reflect on your expectation and possible challenges to the course. And then you'll get to revisit the same questions I asked at the beginning and see whether you put in the efforts that you said you're going to put in at the beginning of the semesters, and actually to reflect back on your learning journey. And then you're also going to write 2 critical response papers. So these critical response papers are different from the reflection papers. These are actually worth 50 points each, and they are due on week 5 and week 11 of the semester. They are 2 to 3 pages long, and they're asking you to basically critically examine the topics that we covered in the class, and for you to synthesize some concepts that you have read from different chapters. Yeah, I tend to provide a very clear guideline, assignment guidelines, and very detailed as well. So I do want to encourage you to read the assignment guidelines carefully and reach out to me if you have any questions. And then in addition to that, you're going to complete 4 learning curves, 10 points each, which I already said ensure that you read each chapter, and it helps you understand the materials. Now, when you open the course webpage on D2L, or what you call it as My Courses, you will see that if you go under Content, and then there is a click here for your e-textbook, and that's where you're going to click to open up your e-textbook, and I provide a step-by-step on how you can access the e-textbook. And when you have clicked on it and open the Achieve platform, what you will see is something like this. This is your Achieve platform. The home is what they call as My Course. And you will be able to see that on the menu on the left side, there's also a link to the e-textbook where you can start reading your chapters. And then you will also see that on the home, you can click on the assignments, and you will see what are the assignments that are due for that week. So for the first week, you're going to complete the learning curve for chapter 1 as well as the learning curve for chapter 2. Now, here's a brief summary of what to do in week 1. You're going to read the syllabus and the course calendar carefully. you're going to take the syllabus quiz that's going to be due this Friday by 11:59 p.m. And you're going to submit your first post on the discussion board to introduce yourself. This introduction post is going to be due on Friday by 11:59 p.m. You're also going to read chapter 1 and 2 of your textbook, and you're going to complete the learning curve for chapter 1 and chapter 2. That's going to be due this Sunday by 11:59 p.m. You're also going to submit your second post on the discussion board to answer the lecture track questions on chapter 1 and 2. Yeah, so those are the things you're going to complete for the first week. Now, let's talk about how you can contact me as your professors. So as I said, my name is Dr. Uli Putri. You can call me Dr. Putri or Professor Putri, whatever it is that, it's comfortable for you. I've been teaching the course for more than actually 12, 13 years. And for me, interpersonal communication is one of my favorite course. The other course that I actually really enjoy teaching is intercultural communication. Both of these courses, I find that students really enjoy the materials and they get to know themselves better, and they come out from the course saying that they are able to have better relationship with their loved ones, which includes their family, their friends, and their romantic relationship partners, as well as their co-workers even. So I want you to know that I'm committed to help you succeed in this course. I will provide the tools for you to be successful, but you also need to bring your A game. It does require focus. It does require hard work and commitment on your part to complete everything in 12 weeks. It's totally doable. It's very possible for you to get good grades. It's just that you need to be very on top of the due dates, and that you are more than welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions or if you are unsure of an assignment or anything like that. My email address is uli.putri@frontrange.edu, but it is a lot quicker to send me a message via your course webpage, or what we call as D2L, my courses. Please give me 24 to 48 hours to respond to your message. And it always helps when you're polite in your message and be clear on what you need help with. So always tell me your name. Always say, "Hi, Dr. Putri," and then always say, "Thank you for your help," or something like that. And I will also approach your questions with the same kind of tone. I will always say, "Hi, your name," as well as "Thank you for the questions." And I'm here to always try to help you answer them. Do you want to see me so that you can discuss any assignments? I have office hours. It's by appointment only via Zoom on Wednesdays and Fridays afternoon. Okay. All right, basically that's it. I want you to have the most fun and best of luck for this spring semester. Thank you. Bye.